Hello everybody and welcome back to the Fire Emblem Path of Radiance Footlock playthrough. Let's get started, shall we? Iron Sword. Let's get this party started as we have a lot to go through. I'll definitely say this chapter becomes a lot easier if you have mounted units, as this is basically a multi-pronged attack map. Shove. Very nicely done. Bolting right here. I'll leave that there. Daein over to the side. And everybody else is going to just have to slowly move up. One of the only downsides of the way this map is set up. Wolf, you're not doing much. Leth, just shove Nevassa up one tile, that should help, as I want Ike to be as close as possible. The objective is C, so you do have to get to the throne room as fast as possible as well. And this chapter is kind of brutally long, in all honesty. Reese, don't want to shove you. Volk, over here. And, in the meantime, enemies are going to start moving. In the meantime, plenty of enemies. I have more units than usual. Let's start off with having Daein, seeing as how it seems like his range cap's right there. Killer Lynch should get the job done. Luna. So even if it didn't, that would have been more than enough. Luna, I love as a skill, but it's also a bit awkward at times. Braum, which way do I want you to go? I think I'd much rather you head up there, personally. It's a little awkward. But I think in reality, it also might just be better to have... I don't know. Let's see. Can you two-shot these guys? Not quite. Yeah. Or at least not that dude. This dude? Yeah, you can two-shot with Breeze. So, let's get to it. Nice dodge, Khalil. In the meantime, I think... how best to do this? You move over here, Boyd, and just start using your bow on this dude. And Braum, get in your attack on this dude. Please just trigger Luna. Thank you. Nicely done. And that's just a minor scratch. Braum the tank. Nevassa, you just barely get there, and this short spear is actually enough to two-shot. Very nicely done. Even more brutal is that crit. In the meantime, Hark, I'll have you head up here, along with Ileana. Just out of range, okay. Wait. I have a feeling I'm gonna need to kill at least one of these dudes. By the way, General Kastai. His stats are kind of garbage, considering what a general normally does, but he has Wrath, which is why he's such a high level. The other person of note, Tauroneo. This gentleman is actually recruitable with Ike. And I forgot to show it off, but thankfully, I can show it off here, where I can have a conversation with him. Tauroneo is indeed recruitable, if you're curious. Ike I'm going to send to the north along with Leth. Volk, on the next turn, you should be able to take care of that as well. Rolf, I'm going to have you head in the same direction as Reese. And Tormod, I'm just going to keep you here for now, considering I can't move everybody very far at the moment. In the meantime, as I move people closer, I want to make sure that both of the longbow archers are dead. So, Meteor. Long-range siege tomes are occasionally useful. That's how I feel about those. Meanwhile, I think I'm gonna have people other than Ike head up the sides, but for now, in the meantime, Zihark, you can get up here, so that's what I'll do. Silverblade, not really worth it in this case. I'll just use the Resolute Blade. Very nicely done, Zihark. And Ileana, right over here. Bolting this dude right here. That's actually a one-shot. It's even better than I thought it would be. I thought she was going to have to two-shot him. In the meantime, Volk. Door. And it's guarded by that dude, okay. I was expecting something slightly different. In the meantime, Daein. I think, yeah, Killer Lance. Yeah, I was kind of hoping for that. In the interim, Ike. It's the Iron Blade. Take care of this dude. It's Lagoose Slayer, so definitely don't want to have that get too befuddled up. I'm gonna have Tormod head north, considering I had Daein head that way. And the other half of the group is gonna head to the west over here, going around the southern side of things. Right there. Braum is one space away, which is one of those dang it moments. Meanwhile, Boyd. Shove Khalil a space forward, might as well. Rolf, get up here. And that's everybody. Meanwhile, these guys start moving now. And so does the warrior. In the meantime, Volk starts stealing. Parity. Kinda useless, but at the same time, you could also do much better. You could also do a lot worse for skills. Does this dude have any long-range magic? No. I'm not that worried. I mainly want to take out long-range tomes if I have the option. So things like this guy with the sleep staff here, I actually want to take out. So, let's see. Ileana, I'm going to move you up right here. 15 is a guaranteed kill. So, what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to have Khalil take on the knight that's there. Meanwhile, Daein's where he can be. Tormod, can you actually kill? I doubt it, but we shall see. Not quite. In the meantime, Leth, you take care of this dude, I think. Oh no, she gets an adept trigger, it should be fine. If not, I have to use Ike. Ugh. Or no, Tormod can do the job. Never mind. Tormod can pick up the kill. I mostly have Tormod on the side to be healer for Ike, along with Ileana. In the meantime, Ike, take care of this dude with the Iron Blade. And Zihark should have no problems attacking the warrior. After all, it's not that hard. Yeah, that's guaranteed kill. Or, you know, crit. Critical hits are always good hits. In the meantime, Khalil, attack with this nice... Wow. I'm very sad. Your magic is just not high enough right now to be killing things like I would want you to. I have one meteor use left. I'm going to save it for a bit later. Elwind, in the meantime. Kinda wish I had my Adept Scroll for her, but at the same time, Leth also needs it pretty badly. As she's just barely missing 1 round KOs. In the meantime, Braum, Iron Sword. I probably could have killed with, actually, no, wait. Never mind. It's rounded down in this game. Apologies. The attack boost from support affinities. I believe in this game it's rounded down, and Radiant Dawn is rounded up, so that's what I was confusing it with. In the meantime, Reese, keep moving forward. Nobody's taken damage since turn 4. Jesus. In the meantime, enemy phase, but nobody came to attack us. A little unusual. I could defeat Kastai from here, which might not be the worst idea. But I also need to make sure. That guy also has a sleep staff, so I gotta be careful. So Eliana has 2 range out of his range, so I want to make sure that I wait 2 spaces outside of that. So there. Volk. Chest number 2. A stiletto. An actual decently powerful weapon for you, even though knives aren't all that powerful to begin with. Meanwhile, Kastai, I actually want to be careful, especially since Ike is very prone to being hit with sleep. Devdan and Leth over here. I'm waiting for reinforcements to come out of there, which I thought would come a bit sooner. Boyd? Yeah, you can reach. I thought you might be able to. So, I was curious. In the meantime, I'm kind of happy I put Renewal on Boyd because it's so far been working out very well. So I can't complain too much. Braum, stand over here. And Khalil, Elwind. Not that it matters too much. I think unless I get a very low percentage chance crit, you're not going to kill anyways. Yeah, that and you're such a mage tank, it doesn't even matter. Very nicely done. Nephany up here. Be a stat stick for those guys. In the meantime, you guys can stay right here. Wait. And that's that. In the meantime, Braum, not surprising. And unfortunately that's sleep. Dang it. In the meantime, Physic on that dude. Maybe I should have brought the Restore Staff that I have in the convoy. Who knows? In the meantime, nice dodge the Hark. And General Kastai himself. He's not going to be able to double. Well, he will because of the Brave Weapon, but he's not going to be able to do much else. Meanwhile, Aina, it's all on you. Ah, there's the first set of reinforcements. It's all the way back there. Alright. Devdan? He's the highest leveled unit at this point. Although everybody else is slowly creeping up to his level, so shouldn't be that worried. More worried about this dude with the short axe, even though his other stats aren't that great in all honesty. But first, Ileana, get over here and bolting this dude to death. I think I got a very good use out of my bolting tomes between this and the last chapter. So, all I can say is bolting well used. Bolting broke. That, maybe muscle juice. I think in this case what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Tormod move over here. and just use fire twice, and then I'll have Ike kill the general dude. Or knight, I should say. In the meantime, I'm actually gonna have Braum stay behind because of a knight dude coming up later. I said Ike was gonna get the kill me. Blah. Time to start burning through muscle juice? Yeah, I think so. I think now's the time where it's gonna be beneficial to start burning through it. In the meantime, probably, I might just break this door open. After all, it helps just to get it done. Get you up here. Yeah, Braum's asleep for a couple of turns. Khalil, Elwind. I'll take out this dude, at least. Even though I'd kind of like to move you up a bit further. But that's fine. Meanwhile, Nephany over here. I think the short spear is probably most ideal. Boyd, what type of weapon do you have? Just normal iron. Boyd over here. I'll have you equip a hand axe, and then I'll move Rolf up behind you. And this is where I was thinking, yeah, I probably should have brought the restore staff. Oh well. I think in this case I'm going to heal up Zihark with the physics staff. Probably don't need to, but it's my choice. In the meantime, back to Khalil, who I think is probably going to take the opportunity to try and get some good damage on this mage. But in reality, I need to keep pushing Ike forward. And one of the few good points of the hand axe being a ranged weapon. There's a lot of rooms here, some of which contain more enemies than others. Also, you're a jerk. But that's kind of how it rolls sometimes. In the meantime, Boyd. Ouch. Actually, not enough to really do that much damage to him. That's impressive. Meanwhile, Daein. Stand behind and doing his job. I'll see how far Nephany can move. Yeah, there's the enemies I was expecting from earlier. Whenever I said I was expecting people to show up from behind. Leth, keep clawing this. I hope you get an adept trigger. Nope. Okay. You have a killer axe, unlike the other dudes. Hellfire on this wall. So that breaks that open, revealing Hellfire Mage. Go me. Ike, I kind of just need you to push forward. Sonic Sword. As I need to make advantage of your move in particular. Or make advantage, take advantage. Well, not quite going according to plan, but at the very least, I'm going to make as much use of it as I can. In the meantime, Resolute Blade. I think I'm just better off moving Ileana up here at this point. And Zapper. Or Thunder, I should say. Yeah. I hopefully will get Ileana to A rank Thunder Magic in this chapter. As I would generally like to get her to S rank, not with the last arm scroll here in a little bit. In the meantime, everybody else seems fine. I'm just gonna start breaking down doors. as that seems to be the best idea. Break. Shine, as I think it'll do more damage than Nosferatu. 28. Brahm's asleep for a couple more turns. There's also a door over here, which I'll worry about in a little bit. But in the meantime, you have a longbow. I just want to be the edge of this guy's Elf Thunder range. Iron Bow. And Khalil. Over here. One Meteor, which I could shove at him, but instead I might just break a door open, which might be the idea. I think I'll just try to break that door open a bit, as I don't think I'm going to reasonably get a good chip shot in with Meteor, being honest. Meanwhile, Daein. Killer Lance on this dude. I think that's for the best. Ah, dang it. Ah well. Meanwhile, one safe area right here, which will get the job done. Right now I'm blitzing through a lot of this chapter, but I do want the extra goodies. It's just that Volk is basically the only person that can open them because I'm out of chest keys. Sit there, and Brahm's asleep, so I'm glad the game's at least smart enough to know that. Oh wait, he has a sleep staff too? Uh-oh, that's not good. God, I hate the sleep staff, and I should have brought the restore staff with me now. Yeah. Definitely have some regrets. Not a lot, but I do have some. Ouch. In the meantime, longbow in. Ouch. And Leth, you're gonna end up eating everybody's attack. And very nicely done. In the meantime, I also need to hold up the assault a little bit, as Ike needs to talk to Tauroneo. Nice dodge. Please get an adept trigger. Makes my life easier. Not quite. Okay. Meanwhile, Daein. Luna. Very nicely done. And, oof, that miss. Quite brutal. In the meantime, Luna. So I would have actually two-shot the guy up there then. Interesting. Huh. Ouch. Meanwhile, more people show up from that side, and from that side there. Void thankfully heals up a little bit thanks to Renewal. I actually need her to get shoved. So what I'm going to do, Eliana, move over here. You can actually kill this mage, so that's what I'll do. Very nicely done with a crit. Puts you in prime bonus experience range, except I think you're going to end up healing next turn. Leth, you're still fresh on the level, pretty much. Meanwhile, I think I might regret not giving Daein a weapon here in a moment. Just going to equip Dawnved. There we go. Gets the job done, nice and easy. Volk, you're one space away, not that it matters too much. Dormod, give him a nice fire to the face. Very nicely done. Meanwhile, I need Ike to move up as far as possible over here. So, Khalil, I'm just going to have Reese shove you. In the meantime, Elwind will kill the sniper, so not that worried. So, that's that. Very nice dodge. Ike might be put to sleep, but I'm not too worried if he does. In the meantime, Silencer or the Killer Bow. I think Silencer was more favorable. Very nicely done, Rolf. Meanwhile, Z-Hark. Attack with the Resolute Blade, as that should open this room. Nobody's inside. Okay then. And I'm just gonna have Nephany shove Ike back over. That's everybody. Let's see. Yep, called it. Ike. Thunder. Nice. I love it whenever status staves miss. In the meantime, a little worried about that Swordmaster, but that's about it. In the meantime, Boyd's just gonna self-heal. So, Z-Hark, I'll send you down and over here. In the meantime, yeah, you'll be able to reach the same range. Iron Blade, Iron Blade. You have 19 speed. How fast is Swordmaster? I think I'll be fine. I might come to regret that. I'm gonna put Nephany over here just so that way that she has some extra void. And yeah, I'm gonna have Ike just come over here then. Do I need it? What weapons are you guys equipped with? Steel Lance, Short Spear, and Steel Bow, so yeah. Probably would help, but let's see. 16, 15, nah. Muscle Juice. Kill this dude. Ouch, Ike. Very nicely done. In the meantime, Reese. Staff. Physic on Khalil, because I also wanted to be as much HP as possible in dealing with these guys. Rolf, I'm going to send you over this way. And as far as this turn is concerned, Folk, go ahead and get this chest. Energy drop. Probably goes into Leth, but I'm not 100% sure. In the meantime, Claw. Tear his eyes out. I'm being a little bit brutal, but that's true. That's probably what would happen, though. Tormod. Nobody is around that needs healing on that side of the map. So I'm just going to send Ileana back up. And Leth, get some healing from Tormod. Very nicely done. In the meantime, one more sleep. Please miss again. Nope. Hits Ike. A little bit of a shame. But it doesn't matter too much. Ow. Ike is quite tanky as is. In the meantime, Khalil. Ouch. I think I may have killed her. We will see. Swordmaster, yep. Iron Blade. Oh, just enough to not die. Good thing I used that physic on her. But yeah, that's a bit scarier than it should be. That's for sure. Okay, reasonable. It's not what I was hoping for, but I'll take it. Braum, you're finally back to being awake. Boyd, you're still healing up. Meanwhile, I think in this case, yeah, I'll heal you up the following turn because there's no extra enemies after this. In the meantime, Nephany, not Short Spear, Steel Lance on this dude. Nicely done with the crit. And Khalil, Elwind on this dude. Very nicely done. Ike unfortunately is stuck until he gets unparalyzed. So that's a bit of an issue. Rom. Meanwhile, I'm just going to break all the doors. Lots of dudes this time. And all of them are right in front of Z-Hark. So that should be good. In the meantime, can't move Ike. Who else is left? Left, all the way over here. Fast little kitty. Tormod, follow behind her. Folk with his nice 8 movements, going to be relatively close. Get whatever's in that room. And Daein, who I don't think is going to be able to catch up that easily. Definitely should have brought that restore staff, in all honesty. Oh well. Nice dodge, Z-Hark. And there goes an adept trigger that you didn't need. Love Z-Hark. Let's see. Very nicely done. I was expecting this chapter to be longer, but it looks like it's going to be somewhat short. Aside from Volk going around and cleaning up whatever's left. In the meantime, Z-Hark just clean housing everybody, including the Sword Masters. In the meantime, Boyd's gonna keep healing thanks to Renewal. 1 more turn of sleep on him, and Ike has 3 more turns of sleep. Okay. In the meantime, roll for the Silencer. That'll help get that in. And the Demi-Band actually doesn't lower her stats as much as you might think, as she has 25s in both of her defensive stats, basically. Also, Reese, Mend, let's go. As that's something that you absolutely should be doing. Level up. Magic, luck, and resistance. It's alright. Khalil, let's continue our march forward. Nephany, right behind her. And Z-Hark, also start marching towards the throne room, along with everybody else. Staff, heal up Z-Hark. And level up Ileana. Please level up well. Actually leveled up in all the stats I cared about. Her skill's starting to worry me a little bit, but for now, I'm perfectly happy with how she leveled up. I'm gonna shove, just because I think that'll help her get to Ike. And Boyd's there, and Daein. Just gonna slowly start creeping everybody up to where I need them to be. Tormod, as fast as you can run. Still can't run that fast. And that should be everybody. In the meantime, Boyd heals up from that. Ike and Rolf need some healing, so just gonna get Ileana to do all the healing on this side. Probably gonna lose some bonus experience, mostly because I have not so great luck with Ike. Talisman, it's okay. In particular, I need to be wary of Tauroneo's range, as I believe he will attack everybody except for Ike, but I'm not 100% sure. Shove, even though it's not really necessary. Z-Hark, over here. I actually do want to shove Ike forward if I can. And Rolf, just stand right around here. I'll probably end up fighting some more enemy reinforcements here in just a moment. But we shall see. I think with the way the enemy AI is programmed, I think I want to just move like this. As I believe one space away is whenever the AI will start attacking people. In the meantime, Tormod, help out Boyd, and I'll start moving Boyd around to where everybody else is. And that's my plan of attack. Ooh, I was worried for a second that this might happen. Meanwhile, Ike's a couple of turns away. So what I'm going to do is actually backtrack. Thankfully for me, it shouldn't matter too much. But that does mean I actually have to move Ike back in the opposite direction, which is a bit of a bummer. Resolute Blade. Eliana, the peak of your range is 2 in front of Leth, so I think that's where I need to move Rolf. In the meantime, I'm going to see if I can lure everybody else back with Leth, but I doubt it. I gotta be careful of Tauroneo's range as well, as I don't quite want to get into it. But I do want to see if I can lure everybody back. In the meantime, Braum and Zihark should be right in front. Yeah. Tormod. I believe I held up Boyd last turn, so you should be fine. Reese, you're also fine. Devdan, I'll move you to the left, and we'll go from there. Volk, over and around. Did I forget anybody? Boyd, who, actually, because I'm trying to keep that way, maybe they'll come towards this direction. And if they do, I'm going to move Leth back. Yeah, okay, cool. Tauroneo's moving this way. I just need to keep Leth out of his range. And then we'll be good. So, I'm going to be very peculiar in looking at Tauroneo's range. And Ike needs to get to the front, because I need him to be as close to Tauroneo as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so that would be the space, so I need to move right here beside this door. Yep. In the meantime, Ileana. I mean, if she gets attacked, I'm not too worried. She has Elf Thunders equipped. And Zihark. Resolute Blade, break down this door. Wolf, do so as well. Braum, can you also help break down the door? Yes. Oh wait, I just shoved Ileana. Never mind. Everybody else, I need to stay out of Tauroneo's range a decent amount. So, just gonna move like this. And, yeah, that should be fine. Shove Tormod. Tormod can move forward. And so will Reese. Volk, head up and into here. As mentioned earlier, I'm probably going to lose some bonus experience just because of cleanup. Specifically on the treasure chests. In the meantime, Leth taking all the attacks. Like the badass that she is. Luckily for me, I have enough units. I should be able to brute force my way through all the knights, so that way I can talk to Tauroneo, if nothing else. Especially with Ileana over here. Magic tends to annihilate anybody in the general class. Meanwhile, That's nicely done, Leth. 6 XP. Elf Thunder takes care of you quite nicely. And nice. Oh, I thought you dodged. I was going to say nice dodge, Ileana. Instead, more like nice hit. Damn. Talk. Tauroneo. Yeah, take this. Wait, what is it? Why are you staring at me? Tauroneo seems to be quite interested in Ike. Gawain. Strength has grown. One sister. Doesn't want to lose Gawain's style swordsmanship, eh? Tauroneo. He's quite the interesting man. In the meantime, he's already done enough with his pride. Just gonna have Ike soften this dude up. And I'll probably just have Braum come in and sweep up and get in a kill. Braum, if you do the honors. It's minor. It's the same as using the blunt stick at this point. Ouch. In the meantime, nicely done. Tauroneo. Resolve. Increases strength, skill, and speed whenever unit's HP is half. It's a 1.5 times multiplier for those of you who are curious. Tauroneo is not too terrible of a filler unit. He has a actually fairly good resistance stat for a physical unit, and overall he's just kind of in the middle. He's never going to cap anything naturally on his own, as I think he's exactly one strength point away from being able to cap strength naturally. If not, you'd have to get strength on every single level up. His speed's a little on the low side, and so is his skill. Not much else to say beyond that. In the meantime, Ileana and everybody else start moving up. Daein, or Daein. Boyd, Tormod, shove Ileana, or Ileana, Khalil. To be fair, they do have very similar looking models. Staff, and let's heal up Daein. Oh, I think I may have used the physic by accident whenever I meant to use the mend. Oh well. Yeah, I definitely did. Oops. Tauroneo is also a little on the heavy side, but he's actually later than Daein, which is kind of funny. Bulk, Earth Chest. Corrosion. Not that great of a skill. In the meantime, let's actually get to the throne. Wait. And Nephany. Wait, I should have checked his range. Crap. What I think I'll do... Nephany right there. Z-Hark right here, and that should cut off his access to Khalil. Alright. Ike. Well, actually, I'd much rather have Braum here. And I'll put on the blunt stick. Ike finally getting to see the throne room. And Ashnard's not here. Instead, it's a Goldo and Dragon. How did you... And she's the protector of the capital. And the king's not here, as much as she doesn't enjoy saying that. I'll not let you do as you please with Crimea, that's for sure. Yah! Ike's bravado sure has him riled up. Left, break the door, even though that was pretty useless. In the meantime, anybody need healing? Not really. I think Leth might need it, but I'd much rather move forward. Keep on pushing forward, as it stands. Daein, over here. You're in bonus experience range, so I'm not that worried. Staff, heal up with Ike. Meanwhile, in this chest, Thoron. Absolutely amazing spell. Unfortunately, nobody can wield it. Tauroneo. I don't remember seeing any chest keys anywhere. If you're real patient, you could probably also try and get the physic off of this guy. I will not. I'm not that patient. Daein herself is also one of the tankiest boss fights, despite not being that hard. However, dragons have a weakness to thunder magic. So, you can imagine where I'm going to go with that. Braum, probably not going to take any damage from this dude. In the meantime, nice hit. Meanwhile, wouldn't be surprised if Nephany either got into Wrath range or... Ooh, ow. Was looking pretty good after this attack. In the meantime, yep, not surprised. I wonder if the other general's going to move up. No, not quite. Okay. Khalil, Elwind on the general. Breeze? Yeah, Breeze will get the job done. I kind of wish she was doing better with wind magic, but her magic gets to level up again. I was kind of hoping for a Spirit Dust in this chapter, but I guess not. At least so far I haven't seen it. Boyd. I'll help you there. Ouch. In the meantime, Ileana. Staff and heal up Boyd. Braum. I'm just going to use the sharp stick just to make sure I hit this dude. And level up Braum. There we go. Let's see. Ugh. I hate single level ups, even though they're still kind of important. Ike, Rolf, have you take care of this dude. And let's see. Gambler? Gambler. Trying not to use the Brave Bow for the time being. I might use it on the boss, but that's about it. Question. Short Spear. You do not have 1-2 range. That's good to know. However, I do remember this boss being quite annoying because, even though she doesn't have 1-2 range, she definitely has renewal on her in addition to other skills. Yeah, Miracle and Renewal. She is quite the headache, in all honesty. And Ike, you and Zihark form a nice protective barrier. Is there anybody else who needs healing? Ileana could use some, and that's about it. Tormod, heal up Ileana. That should be that. Dev down over here. And Reese, you're over here as well. Leth. I'm gonna actually have you head back up just to help move Volk over. Meanwhile, you went after Boyd. Makes sense. Tormod. Yeah, fire on you, and then Khalil should be able to pick up the kill with Elwind. Not Breeze, Elwind. And, in particular, this chapter ends when Ike seizes the throne, so don't worry about it then. In the meantime, Ileana, El Thunder. Zapper? Nah, El Thunder. Meanwhile, shouldn't have appeared before her, eh? Interesting. Steel Lance. So Ileana would have had to have been at 22 speed to double her. Interesting. Not sure who I should give the kill to, as I think everybody's looking pretty good for bonus experience range. I thought there was a thief that spawned there. Leth, you're actually doing pretty fine too. Volk, Leth, I'm actually going to rescue you. There's no Kanto, so there's no way to make that faster. I'm just going to keep Tauroneo nearby. I might move... I think I'm actually most likely to use Braum to get the kill if it's not Ileana. In the meantime, I'll see what using the short spear yields. But I don't think it's going to be a lot. Yeah. Easy Hark behind Ileana. I could see how much damage she deals, but I don't remember dragons being particularly weak in terms of like damage ratios and whatnot. And yeah, okay. That's everything for this turn. And she gains back a lot of it. I will definitely say that this is a chapter where Racing would have came in handy, just because I would have been attacking twice with Ileana in particular, as she's by and far the most important character to attack with. Tauroneo, take off of Leth and drop Volk right here. That puts him in range to pick up both treasure chests, and I'm not sure how much I can really do. Yeah. Like, without Thunder, she's way too tanky. With Zapper barely dealing any extra damage. Ouch. Owie. So, while I end up taking care of the boss, in the meantime, as I think it's gonna probably be Braum who picks up the kill. I'm gonna move Khalil back, along with Reese, to try and get by this thief. I don't want him stealing anything, so I just am going to wait. Tormod heal up Braum just to make sure that no surprise crits or anything kills him. Tormod, level up. Fairly reasonable. I kind of wish your speed was going up, but I'll take it. Ike, stand up by the throne. And, yeah. I think had I remembered to bring the restore staff, we could have finished this a couple turns earlier, but hey. I would have been waiting a while anyways because of Volk. Also, I forgot that she has an elixir, damn it. So yeah, I should be pumping in as much damage as I can each turn. Ugh. And that's with Breeze. Elwind is 22. Reese, how much does Shine do? Really? Okay. 29. Yeah. Alright. Breeze, do your thing. Oh, never mind. That's a crit. I don't think she'll gain that much experience off of him. Yeah, that puts her in bonus experience range. Volk, chest. Master Seal. It's gonna be money, because we don't need it at this point. Meanwhile, Boyd. Iron Bow. Level up on the bows, which is nice. Blunt Stick is actually stronger than the Sharp Stick, so I'm going to just use this. Maybe pray for a nice kill. Meanwhile, Tormod's not doing anything. Yeah, I don't have to worry at this point. Ileana. Thunder. Oh, that just killed Daein. Never mind. I was hoping to get the kill with Braum, but I'll take that. Level up. Actually, all the stats that I cared about, with maybe the exception of HP. So, nicely done. Her skill should be high enough that I don't have to worry about it. And her magic's starting to get to the range where I think she'll cap it at around level 14 or 15. Maybe even 16. The magic cap in this game on Sages, by the way, is, I believe, 30. Which is why I'm trying to get Khalil up in terms of that, in terms of her magic. Meanwhile, Ileana, heal up Braum. Continue being the badass that you are. In the meantime, Seahark's the only person who's not really in bonus experience range out of all of my units. Along with some of my weaker ones, but that's what happens. This chest, Brave Sword, absolutely want that. In fact, I'll probably shove it on Seahark or Ike. Either one of them will make good use of it. In the meantime, let's end this chapter, shall we? Seize the map. And she lost. Then calm yourself and surrender. There's no reason to die. She must go to somebody. But Nasir, grab her. And Ike's going to defend her. So, he's the traitor. Meanwhile, in a not too dissimilar position to Grail, being punched by the Lagoos. So you were the traitor after all. And Miss Medallion, you've been telling me you've been working for Daein the whole time. Why are you working with him? This is looking awkward. You'll be held in custody. When you decide to talk, let me know. Poor Ike, feeling a bit betrayed. Go to Palmeni Temple. And Ike's gonna heed Nasir's words. It seems, anyways. Meanwhile, Castle Melior, also known as Crimea Castle. The capital's fallen. I knew it would come to this. Still, it's a bit disappointing. How will you train an army? If they don't fight, they become weak. Life as a soldier without a steady diet of war, blood and pain. Fools are true. Speaking of soldiers, Your Highness, the majority of the forces have been moved here. I left more than enough soldiers, yet they could not prevail. I may have overestimated Aina. I suppose that was the best she could do, eh? Seems to be a bit arrogant. Important thing is, the Black Knight, where has he gotten to? Did you see him in the capital? And asked her to present that. Very well. Meanwhile, wonderful. Let's see how she reacts to the war she's brought on the pathetic land. Inside is a dark god of immeasurable power and cruelty. Not quite, but that's not here and now. But that god actually is not who caused the create. Is a buried secret. But we'll see. He isn't wrong though. It is pure chaos. Scholars refer to it as the Fire Emblem. There's our title drop. It's enough power to bewitch the human soul. Slaughter every living thing in sight. Uh-oh. That's not good. The report's not finished. Yes, Your Highness. Place it in the vault. At once. The report. Black Knight moves to capture the princess of the Serenos. He's on his way to Phoenicis. Eh? Interesting. Did he give any reasons? It's based on the findings of a group of scholars. It is believed that the princess was isolated for over 20 years. Her magic will be stronger than her brother's. Interesting. This one's an interesting one. Plus, as you know, is in possession of warp powder, so that's how he's been teleporting around the country like it's nobody's business. Considering that he's been moving pretty fast between Crimea and Daein pretty often. I'll have to test that someday. It's not often that one finds a tool as useful as he is, that's for sure. You have one blunder after another. How will you prove your worth to me? So, unless you two wish to become food for Rajan. I'll redouble my efforts. I won't let you down again. You can be a general, or you can be dinner. I don't really care which, but do try to show a little initiative, won't you? By your leave, Patrine. According to the report, she escaped. Her current location is unknown. However, this is Enna we're speaking of. She'll return to her majesty. Kill her if you find her. But if it's too much to kill her outright, use her trust and stab her in the back. That's for sure. Very much playing Puppet Master. Lost a bit of bonus experience, but I'm perfectly fine with that. Thank you for watching, everybody. Please hit the like, comment, and subscribe buttons, as well as hit the notification bell to stay up to date. I'll see you in the next part.